Something like that, you know. Hi guys, Antalagtor. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Nkanelo Gingirikani. My name is Mandla Gingirikani. Welcome Mashaba. Thank you for joining me. And I can come subscribe being when I'm yeah, good subscriber. So you subscribe. So thanks for subscribing. And thank you very much for watching. Yeah, guys, we have a packed show today. It's a packed show. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a gossip night. Okay, I'm not too excited because there's so many issues that we need to iron out. Yeah, before yakule, ala kumtisa kunongono wa Nkanelo Gingirikani tusa kongwena secretary bya R Funerals. Ikona enoto kambana ambana. Please join them if you want to have their policy. Call them on this number. Ku miba foinela kota ku hlangana na vona ku va mi byela ku va tirhisa va tirha njhani mara va tirha ntirho wa kahle ngopfu ni lava nga tirha ndhawu ta talo va famba hi timovha ta manyunyu loko va lahla tikhasikete na mali leyi va ku nyikaka yona loko u tshuka u lovere hi munhu yi tele ma 10,000 na ti-airtime na ti-voucher yini yi tele 360 va swi tele. Please join R-Funerals namuntlha nkarhi wa ha ri kona u nga titimeli u nga sele ndzhaku. Okay, a yeni mahlweni. Easter weekend guys, so a yi ri njhani Easter ya n'wina guys? And yo, Mina was indoors. I don't wanna lie. I was so indoors. I had my coffee with me, you know, watching some Netflix stuff, you know. Yeah, I did watch. There's this show man on Netflix. I don't know if you guys watched it. It's called African Rich and Famous. It features Kanyim Bao. She's the main character there. I love that show. I really like it, but even though I just feel like it's a little too scripted, but the editing and the cut, you know, it's quite nice. And like when were the African famous and rich or African and famous, something like that. Please me check a sort of a reality show. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Other than that, Akuri weekend, Easter weekend, I don't want to lie to you. As I said, everything indoors, anti-kelerilen, cuddly. I just feel like weekend Easter weekend Okay, I understand kuna tempula, the show the cancer we'll talk about it. But I just felt like Easter weekend lewa ka hlahla yo ndiro mina ni one. I just felt like I couldn't be ntsena khananya ku labisa. So I really had fun indoors, cuddling, you know. Using a lot of cutlery. But anyway, yeah, this is going on. But other than that, ni ben koma ngo beer man. Kuna chomingweni ya mina man bari Bongani events Mtlhavani wa kumala ka siyandani la niben koma hungu Easter weekend loko na ri ku ti khadleni, you know, when you are still relaxing kuri bari I baba ngidlayile ndawo un'wana kwala ba thimbisa and all. It's quite gruesome guys, so imhaka leyi ka nga ri kahle ya imhaka leyi nga fika yi onhela weekend ya mina. So because we were too close, you know, and Evans was like a brother to me. I actually posted something on Facebook Bongani. He was like a brother in a sense that because he was mostly based in Cape Town, in Karotala, for the longest time since I met him, like in about 2011. So he moved to Cape Town, and then look, to Cape Town, okay, brother, I'm around, I'm in town. You're like, hey, where you at? You know, and then we'll vibe and hang out. To such a bubbly guy, you know, full of life. You know, right now, I remember he was just finishing his. He had just submitted his dissertation. Lawyer, and I think it was his 4th year. So he was a journalist in training, but he was murdered. Bangdain hala. And loko nitwa vatirhi va yena xitori xa yena xi le ku trendeni ka ti-Twitter na le ka swa mahungu lava swi landzelelaku, because I saw the story posted on News 24, you know, and there were a lot of comments there, you know, of people sharing their stories of how they met him, and how he impacted their lives. You know, just felt like, it would be also nice for me to pay tribute to him and his family and say condolences avalahlekeriwangi va ri voxe. I mean Bongani was a people's person. Loko ku ri na Bongani a hi swi tiva ku ri ya kahlehle ku na un'wana a nga mi byela ku yo laha va hi dlele kahle laha ka Bongani va hi dlele straight, vanhu lava nga teka Bongani's life va hi dlela. So a ku ri mhaka leyi yi nga fika yi ni onhela Easter weekend ya mina ya laha ka Bongani va hi dlela, shame va hi dlela. So yeah, condolences to the family and then hi rila na vona, but then I moving on ku ri ka weekend hi Easter weekend a ku humelela yini. Swi tele mani leswi a swi kha swi humelela guys. Where do we start? Kumbe hi sungula hi mhaka ya vutletswetletswe. Hayi wa ta loko ya vafana va ka Gaza ni mpela Mandla hi ku lovola shem ni mpela Mandla ku ri ku lovoriweni up right down up top down. Ku ri mphesa ka Gaza, it was nice, beautiful stuff, you know. And then ku na n'wana nga tshama post, I think i pastor donation a nga posta ku ri n'wina mi ya ka Easter weekend va ku lovoleni vanhu mi ti vonela ku loko ri na tlhelo boha munhu wa wena ku loko i nga kuma ku a byela ku hey ni ya kaya kasi munhu ya ku lovoleni and xi tswari donation. And then vone vanhu vo tala ku va posta sweswi ka ya mani hey njhani munhu se le joni kasi munhu hi le ku lovoleni kaya va ku siye rumini, you know, it's so nice. But yeah, swi humelerile. And then talking about that swin'we swa ku lovola, ku na xitori xi nga trenda nyana xa lexi xi khumba ngopfu Ntombhi ya Mutsonga. You know, Ntombhi ya Mutsonga is a South African or Tsonga poet. For me, she's just a South African poet. She's an award-winning poet. You know, I celebrate her as well a lot. She's a friend of mine actually, but then she was dragged in this thing. There was a lady who was getting engaged to, I think it is a boyfriend or something, and then people started saying that that's Ntombhi Mtsonga's boyfriend or ex or something. And apparently, when I listen or to read the comments, Banberi Munlua card engager na mfana luwa a ku ri tichomi, so sisiluwa na Ntombhi Mtsonga tichomi and all that, you know. And then people were saying ku ri no va n'wi tekele munhu. Guys, what if vanhu lava a va tshikane khale, you know, ki nga swi tivi, because I know Ntombhi Mtsonga is someone who's very private, you know, so people wouldn't have known ku ri va tshikane khale if ever ava date. So I just felt like the reason I want to talk about it, ni vone ngari ku net attack to tala ngopfu leti kongomisiwe ka munhu wa xisati hi vanhu va xisati. So Ntombhi ya Mutsonga here was a victim ya ku attackiwa swinene hi vanhu vo tala va ku hey what va n'wi hlekula, vanhu va ri ku n'wi hlekuleni va ku i te ku ri munhu njhani swa ku I just realized ku ri there's a lot of feminine, is it called what? There's a lot of toxic femininity amongst us Vatsonga in terms of celebrating each other, especially kumagu toxic femininity. Loko kumagu vanhu va xisati va hlekula munhu wa xisati, kumbexana i mahanyelo mo biha kumbe i mahanyelo mo tala poison hi vanhu va xisati va kongomisiwe ka munhu wa xisati. So but that thing, after loko vulavula hi swona ka tindhawu to hambanahambana, usually we always hear hey, toxic masculinity, but we never hear about toxic femininity, which displayed itself this weekend. Loko ku ve na that story ya ku va ya ti-engagement na yini, you know. And I just felt like it's unfair that people are not discussing that issue, because it's a big crisis. Toxic femininity is a big issue and nobody was talking about it. I just felt like it was unfair for people to attack her the way they did. And usually toxic femininity tala ku humelela in a sense that kuma ku munhu luwa wa xinuna a nga blame ku tala ku blame munhu wa xisati in everything. Loko munhu wa xisati o kuma ku sweswi va ku i divorced ne, and then 3 months or 4 months down the line she moves on, people will be frowning on her, but they'll be calling her names and all that. Maloko endla munhu wa xinuna, hey champion, you know, they celebrate you. When you are a man who is moving on so fast, people celebrate you, very ingwazi, you know. Actually, we can even drag it to Xitsonga artist Gingirikani, who was all over social network, people ridiculing her, calling her names, you know, they were attacking her. And then when Prince Rangan moved on so fast, posting pictures on social network, people were celebrating it, you know, this, yeah, you are the champion. What kind of behavior is this? Because it shows a lot of bias and double standards amongst us as society, and it's quite sad. And it showed a lot of toxic femininity as well, because the person who was mostly attacked is Gingirikani. Even in this case, the person who was mostly attacked in Ntombhi Mutsonga. Why are people attacking women? Why are women attacking women? that's why I'm actually talking about this issue, to ask that question. Quite bizarre. I just felt like it's quite bizarre when I checked it. I mean, just quite distasteful, man. And I women ka social toxicity. Social word. Yeah, but I just felt like that was quite bizarre. It's quite sad. So mela ka shenge hinkwaswo swa vutomi ende a hi Vatsonga ntsena va swi endlaka. That's what I've noticed. Ni nge vuli mhaka ya va Kelly Khumalo na va Senzo Meyiwa, you know, we all know the stories. Mara swi tele ngopfu ku ri munhu wa xisati ku va ku ri yena loyi a attack-waka all the time. I don't understand why people, why are women attacking women? Forget us men. I mean, men, I don't care. Men don't care. You know. So look, blah blah makaku lobola. Like I said, Pastor Doration said it correct. Mitibonela ngwina mungasala ma Joni vanhu van'wana va famba va kaya va ku va ku lunghiseni va attenda yini unveiling kasi munhu ya ku lovoleni, you know, swi humelela hi ndlela yaleyo. Vanhu vo tala va lovoriwa, van'wana va rila va ku n'wana lovoleriwe munhu la kuma ku wa ha ri Joni nuna ile ku lovoleni la swi humelerini. Mara I just like the resilience leyi kha yi humelele, vanhu va kha va tsetla vanhu va kha va tsetla va kha va lovolana. It was beautiful. Yeah, ku ve na ti-event to tala ti nga canceriwa, ti tele ngopfu ti-event ti nga canceriwa, mara ku ve na leyi a yi kha yi bulaburiwa laha handle. Va ri event leyi a endliwa le ka Mageva, I think ku na Mageva Stadium ne, yeah, Mageva Stadium, very why not a endla hi Gagash show liya, very why not. That show apparently it was cancelled. I'm not sure if it's true, but apparently that show didn't happen because of the rain. And then ayona show ntsena leyi nga canceriwa ti tele. Loko ni vulavula na ti-artist leti ni ti tivaka ku ri mi performe njhani, va ku no show liya hi ka yona yi canceriwini, na nga ri why not. A ku ri ti-show tin'wana na tin'wana leta ti humelela, even though tin'wana ti humelerile, especially leta ti endliwa ti-indoors na laha kuma ku a mpfula a yi xini hi nkarhi wolowo, you know. Mara ti-show to fana leta ti endla hi va Munghana Lonene, big people who have huge responsibility, they had to cancel their shows because of the weather. So but I just found it interesting that when why not the canceriwini, vanhu vo tala va vulavula yona negatively, you know, they were calling it and say a ku ta swi kota njhani a ku ta swi kota, you know. Swona ya ne leswaku hina Vatsonga ha salele ndzhaku, and ha ta salele ndzhaku because we are pulling each other down all the time. Why are we pulling each other down? Why can't we celebrate each other? You know, and that's why when I started the show, man, my intention was to celebrate. It was not to call, hey, you know. It was celebrate, man, and encourage people to do this kind of art stuff, because art is interesting. It brings positivity in life. It brings hope, because there's just a lot of things that's happening in life right now. There's wars. There's people are losing jobs. People are just, you know, getting into depression. There's just a lot of things. And then if we have art in place that is being performed or is being executed well, we celebrate, we forget about our problems. You know, not that our problems are going away, but we're just saying that at least if there's art, ku ri na vutshila lebyi nga ku humeleleni, swiphato, vunanga, ku vatla, ti-festival-i, swi tele leswi nga ku humeleleni. Kuma ku i swilo swa art swi endla ku hi hungaseka, ku va na vuhungaselo, ende swi endla ku na mental state ya hina yi va kahle. Mara if we are going to bash people that are trying to create spaces where people can come and perform and express their art history, swi endla ku hina Vatsonga hi salela ndzhaku. I mean, handle ka why not, which other big festival le a yi fanele humela? Khala ku na Giannis Music Festival, yona, which was the biggest festival. Khala vanhu va yi languterini, mara masiku lamawani there's nothing. And then this poor guy Gagash is trying to uplift people. Not only him, there's just a lot of people that actually organize events for people to come and just have fun, you know. I have a younger brother, his name is Ntsako, out in Soweto, Ntsako Maluleke, you know. He's into events and he's pushing, and I like what he's doing. And I'm like, dude, keep going on, keep going and going. So that's what we should be doing with each other. He kontetelana, but we are not. Instead, we are busy bashing. Akwita squatter. Hey. Yo, poor guy gosh. Anyway, I mean kat makatati post that postponement that show leti nga humelela mara aku nga postpone yona ntsena shem ati tele that postpone ku vanhu vele they just pick what they want and then they talk about it in a very negative way. So kuna mhaka ya pastor donation is busy man. I actually like this spirit ya pastor donation man, and I the reason I'm talking about pastor donation is because he's been through a lot. I mean, right now, Pastor Donation was visiting Mozambique where he was preaching. Arguchumaile in Mozambique, akachumaila rito, ban wakaponisi wana inini, nikareja vanu, ministry na vuvangeli nguvu. And then I like his ministry, and I actually like the fact that ministry wana awutalu celebrate wangofu la South Africa like aya. Mara maybe kushukona nele bibili nkuribere profeta anga celebrate kumbe anga tlakusiwa la as awu makona tlakusiwa amatikweni mambe. But loko ni swi languta Pastor Donation, his surname is Mawai. This is why I'm doing this story. Pastor Donation's surname is Mawai. Mawai i xivongo lexi xi nga duma swinene eMozambique. Ku na mimiti yo tala ngopfu leyi vengi hi le ka Mawai eMozambique hi ku ya mehe. So ni twa nga ri the fact that he was actually going there for the second time loko ni nga himbi a va n'wi rhambi ro sungula sa tlhavuya. Ni twa nga ri because he shared this story ka Facebook live aku vatswari va yena va hindi misaveni a ha ri ntsongo i tiva ku hlupheka na yini. That's why kuma ku loko kuma opportunity n'wana na n'wana i tirha hi matimba ku a nga losing nchumu because he's already lost his parents and all, because i munhu wa ka Mawai. I just felt like now his ancestors, like his people, his parents are watching over him and they're saying come back home, because I still ku minto tala ka Mawai uma Mozambique tele ngo Mozambique. So it could be that his ministry is being channeled back home where he's originally from. I put this because I'm not sure, but I am a little confident that he has lots of roots. The roots ta yena timitsu ta yena ti nga va ti kha ti suka kwala Mozambique. That's why I'm kuma ku loko afika Mozambique va n'wi rhandza, va n'wi celebrate. I remember a story that he once shared kuri the other time loko Mozambique aku situation is bad out there, we actually need to do a lot of help. Loko ina nta mhaka ya le Mozambique kuna problem, and then he actually said he gave all his suits le ta famba na tona Mozambique total le ta famba na tona if ka at nikela vanhu lava le cause vo tala va hanya vusweti. So I was just moved, man, and when I see him going back and do this kind of work there and I feel like there's more. It's more spiritual than he probably thinks. Mozambique Pastor Donation na stoko la South Africa va n'wi n'wana mani ni na aka bawo na xa rasa donation ke defend donation wa rasa guys nkarhi wun'wana ta kuma ku wela wo la ku yingisela bata xa kwala mani xa rasa donation. Mara bisa swa ku rasa ka yena ku tatlaruka loko ya mara i munhu loyi kuma ku he's doing something, man. He's bringing change in people's life Mozambique. I pray ku his ministry can just grow that side, a cinca vutomi bya vanhu hi tindlela to hambanahambana. One other story that he shared ku vanhu va xisati eMozambique va na vusweti lebyi bya ku kuma ku loko swi ta ka timhaka ta sanitary towels. This is actually a very sensitive issue. Timhaka ta sanitary towels kuma ku vanhu lavakulu they don't really have access to that, and i swilo leswi a nga swi notisa ku i fane swi ndliwa ku ri every time he goes there probably should have a bag of these things to distribute to people, and so they can help themselves, and then loko ni languta mhaka ti sanitary towels is a big campaigns right now. Ku ti tele ti campaigns ta sanitary towels. Ku na Lady Shix. Lady Shix is a South African DJ umaka dzingi Lady Shix. Ntsami interview ka Nkanelo Gingirikani, where she shared her story here on Nkanelo Gingirikani about how she started DJing as a lady and how she escaped raped and all those things, how she was almost raped, trying to learn how to DJ and be part of this DJing industry. So na yena busy timhaka ta ku lemukisa vanhu mhaka ti sanitary health, and namna ku va a pfuneta vana lava nga swela ku va kuma ti-sanitary towels. Ti-sanitary towels i ti-pads vanhu va Xikwembu ku loko vanhu va xisati va emasikwini va kota ku ti khavhara va va na xindzhuti. So in the event yin'wana gyana va ku becoming a queen. It was a beautiful event. So it was just beautiful, man. You guys actually should look at it, where people were raising not money, but it was an event where loko if an ingena landini mali ya kona a ku ri ku if anita na ti-packet na maphaketi ya ti-sanitary towels, if anita na maphaketi ya ti-pads ta swi vula hi ndlela leyo, if anita na maphaketi ya ti-pads ku kota ku nghena. So i vula leswaku i kote ku raiser ti-sanitary towels to tala swinene laha a nga pfuneta over 550 wa vana va swikolo la a kha famba kha va phakela hi swikolo immediately after the event. Mara a la ku mi komba ku ri ku humelele yini ka event Damn, what a montage. Asasikini mi swi vona na n'wina ku humelanile the Chicks Cash Tipina na vanhu va kha va tlanga music, mara va kha va endla ku music for social change, music for change. I feel like that's where we should be going. Loko munhu endla art yo karhi I endla with an aim of changing people's lives, because that's the whole point. We need to change people's lives, otherwise what's the point of doing it, you know? So nto swi tsakisa ngopfu sweswo. Un'wana nga busy na ku tlakusa mhaka ya ku lemukisa vanhu mhaka ti-sanitary towels, ti-need ta kona, na ku va a raiser ti-funds, na ku va a ti xava nikelela vanhu ti-sanitary towels kumbe a nikelela vanhu ti-pads. I Ntombhi ya Mutsonga, you know, she's not only a poet but she's an activist, you know. She's an activist in her own right, you know. Maybe she doesn't call herself that, but when I look at her from a distance, I just see someone who's full of activism and who's like always concerned about other people's lives. And loko nungvona kha endla ti fundraising. I once been part of one of her events where she was raising money to give to other people, to school kids or schools of her choice. Ku xavela vana ti-pads lava va nga riki na vatswari lava va nga ta va hleketelela. Swi endla kuma ku hina vatswari mara kuma va swi koti ku hleketelela ku ri hey, I need this and this, mara kuma ku vo ti hanyela nje. So ku na vana lava kuma ku va lava ku pfuneka hi swilo swo fana swa ti-pads na yini ku va nga poyileki loko va ri titlilasini, va kota ku focus, va kota ku dyondza kahle. Swa vava hey loko ki dyondza kuma ku va na problem na that's not good. So big up to Ntombhi ya Mutsonga and also big up to Lady Chicks for raising this kind of awareness. Hi leswi swi lavekaka, and it's interesting ku ri a ku ri na vanhu vo tala loko Lady Chicks kind of in event ya yena va xinuna lava va participate. It was nice, man. Even Gagash was there, you know. It was beautiful. Kuma ku ri vanhu lava va lava ku vona vanhu va tlakuka. Mina no tsandzeka because mpfula a yi ri na mina a ni na weekend ya mina guys. Mina ni na weekend ya mina, a ri njhani weekend ya n'wina, a ri njhani Easter weekend ya n'wina. mi kotini ku ya fika Moriya n'wina vo ya Moriya, you know, van'wana va kha hey timpfula leti ti kukule swinefu. People don't understand that it's not about whether xinefu xa tshama laha kumbe njhani. It's the fact that you went there and did it. When you leave, whatever happens, a swa ha ngheneleli wena. Hambi ko boma xinefu xi haha, a swa ha ngheneleli wena. Wena you got what you did what you were supposed to do. Koko hey understanding ya hina vanhu vantima yi le ndzhaku ende swi endlaku nkarhi wun'wana hi salela ndzhaku n'wana mani. So leswi a ni mi khomela swona guys hi swo ntsene koko namuntlha nga ri yi lehinyana mhaka a ku tele ku na mhaka ya switori swo tala. So ni ta ni khomela ku va ni lesiyini ku na Mandla le Gingirikani wa ka Maxavana ku mi tsundzuka ku nongonoko lowu wu tisiwa ka n'wina hi vuseketeri bya R Funerals. Please join them using the number that is on the screen right now ku ri loko u tshuka u lahlekele hi va ka n'wina kumbe n'wana loyi a nga kusuhi ngopfu na wena i kota ku i ku hatla yi pfuneka hi xihatla va lahla hi ti-casket to saseka to tiya and va famba hi timovha ta manyunyu va endla ntirho wo saseka swinene. So please join R Funerals namuntlha nkarhi wa ha ri kona. Loko no ka ni nga vuli leswi va ta ni chingela R Funerals se yi fikile. Okay guys, loko ku ri mina Mandla le Gingirikani ka Maxava ni ri xa mina i ti-pads. Salute. Mi nga titimeli. Eka stores.